Hello everyone, and welcome to another video about Wonderland Online. As you may know, the game was finally released on Steam yesterday, and we did have a lot of people asking if there is any way to open the game multiple times from Steam. And as far as I researched and tried to find a way to do that, the simple answer would be no. However, there are ways to get this to work, but believe me when I say that it's completely not worth it. And let me explain to you why. First of all, let me show you that if you try to open multiple instances through Steam, the second one closes and only the first one stays up. And as much as I tried with a few other things, I just couldn't get to do it. But as I said, there are ways of doing it. It's just not worth it for what it actually is. First of all, here is a thread that I could find where people were also asking how they could do this. And apparently there are two softwares called Sandboxy and Aster, which would sort of allow you to do this, but it's not what you think. So both Sandboxy and Aster would somewhat create different environments which would allow you to open multiple Steam accounts at the same time, from which you would be able to run the game multiple times. But that would imply that you would need minimum 2 different Steam accounts so that you could do this. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would want to run at least 4 accounts at the same time, because a lot of people do have their own teams made up of 4 characters. If any of you are interested in using either Sandboxy or Aster, which again I don't really recommend because you do need a decent PC to be able to run 4 Steam accounts at once, and again you would need 4 different Steam accounts just so you can open the game once per account, if that makes sense. But if you still want to go ahead and try this, there are a few tutorials on YouTube on how to use both Sandboxy, and I'm pretty sure you can find tutorials on how to use Aster as well. But for what people might need it with Wonderland, it's really not worth it. However, while looking through this thread, I also found somebody else who found a different way of doing this. And this one is a bit easier because it doesn't involve using any third-party softwares such as Sandboxy or Aster. And actually it's a lot easier to do. While I was filming the video, I also tried this option that somebody left over here on creating a file which would be able to open multiple Steam accounts. However, it was unsuccessful because Steam just didn't want to open for me. It either didn't want me to log in, either it took a very long time to load an account, and I just gave up in the end. So I would say this is not really an option either, and the only 2 options would be through using either Sandboxy or Aster, but I would probably recommend against using this and against doing that. However, there are 2 other options I can give you guys. The first option would be running the Steam version side by side with the old PC client that the game has available and had available since day one. It's just that a lot of people probably didn't understand how it was working or that it was even available, although I have made videos about it before. So basically, here's what their website offers. If you go on their official website and you go down here to access the website and you click on this left button, you get to this page. And this page has some download links over here. So the first one will send you to the App Store for iOS to find the game in there and download it. Another one will send you to Google Play. Another one will allow you to download the APK directly and install it on Android devices only. And the last option will allow you to install it on your PC. And this has been available since forever. since the game was released for mobile, because the game allowed for a cross-play experience between mobile and PC, and you could use the same accounts from the mobile game onto the PC client. That's why you are now able to run the game from Steam with the same accounts that you had on mobile. So, as I was saying, my first suggestion would be run the game from Steam so you can have access to the English version. And then if you need to open multiple other instances of the game, do so through the PC client that they offer on their website. And I will show you how to download it and how to install it as well, because it's super easy. So you just click on this link. A download will start, and also keep in mind that this will not be in English. It will only be in Chinese, but that's why the suggestion involves that you keep one window open through Steam in English, and the other ones you'll have to have separate through their old PC client, so you at least can guide yourself through what you need with this English version at least. Okay, so this will be the installation file, and what you do is you will open that up. If this comes up, just go on more info and run anyway, and it will look a bit like this. Now we're going to click on browse so we can find where we want to install the game, and I'm going to install mine over here. So once you selected the folder as well, you just click on this left button over here, and when this comes up, just select the middle top option, which has the A in between brackets. But if that doesn't come up for you, then it's fine. Mine does, because it's going to replace some files, because I already had the game installed in that folder. And now what you have to do is you'll have to find where you installed the game and create yourself a shortcut on desktop. And here's what this is gonna look like. So this is the Steam version, obviously, because we have the English version over here. And then I'm going to open their other PC client, which doesn't have English available. As you can see, they are both running the same version, so that shouldn't be a problem. You should be all good. So we're going to choose the server on which we play. And in my case, I'm going to play on the very old server which came out first, because that's where I have my main team. And then I'm going to log in, and as you can see over here, I got both my accounts up, and I believe I am on 2 different branches of the server. Yep, so I'm just going to switch one on the second branch. And as you can see, both my accounts are over here, because it doesn't matter which client you use, because it's the same game after all. So this would be for the first suggestion. And the second suggestion I would have for you would probably be waiting for the community's fan-made English patch to be made available for the PC client again. This is their Discord server where they have the English patch created by the community, which we have been using in the last 5 years at least. Please do keep in mind that it is down at the moment because the game had a huge update, which usually means that a lot of files are changed, replaced, and more files are added that would need to be translated and so on. So it won't be available right now. However, if you do join the Discord server, you'll be able to keep an eye on when it does become available. And to join the Discord server, you can do so from this thread on the Wonderland Online database, which I'm going to leave in the description box below. You have this link over here that if you click, it will automatically send you to the server. You will be able to join it, and then you will have to go and select your roles, because without doing this you will not have access to the server and you won't be able to post anything anywhere. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't even be able to check the English patch. And I do think there is a double verification done through a Discord bot for you to be able to join the server so that they can keep like spam accounts out and things like that. But if you do make it and you get through to the server, on the select roles page over here, just make sure you choose the server on which you play. You can select all of them if you wish, even if you don't play on them, just so you can see all the rooms available. If you want to be notified about events, you can also do so over here by reacting to this message. And if you want to be a helper, you would be able to just react to either of these to say on which server you would like to help them. Now here's a big disclaimer. I don't know if the people who have worked on the fan-made community English patch will bring it back, and I also don't know how soon that would be, if they do want to bring it back or if they can bring it back or whatever the case may be. So please don't pester them with questions as to when is it coming, and so on. If it will come, you will know about it. You will be notified on that channel, on the English patch channel. And do keep in mind that they are normal people like the rest of us who are working on this, and they do have their own lives. They do have jobs, they do have a social life, and they don't just sit there and work on bringing us the fan-made English patch 24/7, you know? So let's just hope that they will bring it back, because I did find it a lot more reliable than the translation that the official developers have come up with. And I really hate saying that, because I do know that they worked hard on bringing that to us, but honestly that's just my thoughts on it and my suggestion to you guys when it comes to either choosing the English version on Steam or the community fan-made English version. That being said, there are really just 2 suggestions available for you guys. 3 if you really want to go to the extent of learning how to use Sandboxy and Aster to be able to open 4 different Steam accounts at the same time, so you can run the game from each account individually, side by side. Or just 2 suggestions where you essentially just use the one version through Steam in English, and then you just run the game through the old PC client side by side with the Steam one. Or you can do this while you're waiting for the community fan-made English patch to be released again. I was hoping there was going to be a way in which we could open multiple versions directly from Steam, but unfortunately that's just how Steam works. And who knows, maybe they will make that available in the future. I have no idea. But until that happens, these are pretty much your options. So if you do have any other questions at all, or any other suggestions at all, please do leave them in the comments below, and I would do my best to assist you with any of the questions, or if they are suggestions, I would be happy to learn more from them as well. That being said, I hope you guys have a lot of fun with the game, and I hope to see you soon.